We've reached the finale, the Final Four. Sad to see it go. This is it for Varsity Xtra football weekly videos. There's only one left to do, and we're doing it right now. The championship weekend. Division 1, Hamilton and Mountain Pointe will start there on Saturday's 12 o'clock start at University of Phoenix Stadium. Let's dive right in. We know these teams have met before, including Week 1, a win by Mountain Pointe in the final seconds on a late Hamilton turnover, and Mountain Pointe with an even later game-winning field goal. Second time around, both schools obviously different. I actually think this might come down to the exact same scenario for either side, whether Hamilton or Mountain Pointe. I think this is a total pick'em game. How do you see this unfolding?
Yeah, I think the same way. I wouldn't be surprised to see a game-winning field goal in this one. Low scoring, probably. Both defenses are really good. The offenses are okay. And going against these defenses, you don't expect a lot of points.
Right.
It was 17-14 last time, and wouldn't be surprised to see the same score exactly. I think a big key will be the defenses. If somebody can have a defensive touchdown, or Cole Luke had a big return last week to help Hamilton beat Desert Ridge. If he can do something in the punt return game, I think it's going to come down to one or two big plays. I think these teams are fairly even talent-wise. Important matchup is Jalen Brown, Mountain Pointe's wide receiver, against Cole Luke. If Jalen Brown can win that, and they can throw him the ball, that opens it up a lot more for Mountain Pointe to have some balance, which would be a huge key for them. So you're right, it's going to be close, it's going to be low scoring, and it is pretty evenly matched.
Yeah, I think this one could be incredibly, not just incredibly close, but incredibly well played. If you like fast and physical defense, this would be the game to watch if you're an old school purist. Two things. Number one, whoever wins the turnover battle is going to win this game. These teams are too evenly matched. And you can't afford to give up possessions when points are going to be at a premium anyway. The two things, the other thing you mentioned, special teams, a big factor. Obviously, Cole Luke, that's obviously going to have a big effect on Hamilton and whether they're able to give themselves a short field, which they're going to need to do offensively, because this is not the. They like to run the ball. They are at times good at running the ball. They don't necessarily do the best when they're having to make 10 or 12 play drives and have to march 70 and 80 yards. The other aspect to me is the passing game. Antonio Hinosa at Mountain Pointe and Jalen Brown, you touched on, and they got a couple other guys. Can that passing game, can they protect him? Can he avoid mistakes? And can they not get caught up in the big moment of Mountain Pointe not having been to this point, not having played in a stadium like that, and all of that stuff? Whereas Hamilton has been there, I think, 8 times in the last decade, I believe, something like that, to a championship game. Can Mountain Pointe relax and stay calm and not get caught up in the moments? And there are going to be plenty of moments, but you're right, it's going to come down to one or two big plays. It's going to be a fun one. University of Phoenix Stadium at noon on Saturday.